slow shit. Hey, get them. Hey, record them doing that. They doing illegal shit. Come up here, my boy, real quick. They not even supposed to be touching people's cars. That's not on probation or parole. We see in the video.
YouTube cameraman.
It's crazy to play that Trump is about to run on majority of gang members in most inner cities, and most people, especially gang members, motherfuckers in the streets, they don't even see this shit coming though. They on the sidelines thinking, you know, if I ask the police for their badge number and, you know, hey, you got to do this, I got you on camera, all that shit's about to go to the end though. I don't understand like how the world and people just be so blind and shit, because, you know, what I see coming down the pipeline that I know is going to hit is going to be the fact that Trump gave police federal immunity, right? He gave them federal immunity to be able to do their job.
We're going to rebuild our cities and become a beacon of hope, safety, beauty, better than ever before. We're going to rebuild our cities. We're going to work with Democrat mayors who are running in every instance, running them, Democrat mayors and many Democrat governors. And we're going to rebuild our cities. We're going to bring them back like they used to be. We're going to make them safe places again. We're going to give our police their power back, and we're going to give them immunity from prosecution, so they're not prosecuted for doing their job. We'll take over the horribly run capital of our country, Washington, D.C., and clean up, renovate, and rebuild our capital city so that it's no longer a nightmare of murder and crime, but rather it will become the most beautiful capital anywhere in the world. On day one, I will sign a new executive order to cut federal funding for any school pushing critical race theory, transgender insanity, and other inappropriate racial, sexual, or political content onto the lives of our children. I will not give one penny to any school that has a vaccine mandate or mask mandate.
This is a way to get more police on the police force and keep happier staffed officers, right? Because most officers don't want to come to work and do their job, as they say their job is already high stress. They don't want to do their job when they think that anything they do is going to get them reprimanded. They no longer got to worry about that no more. And Trump has designated ultimately the National Guard and all kinds to be his own personal police task force. So, you know, there's a thing when you're incarcerated, right? For anybody that's been locked up, I'm sure y'all is well aware of this, but they got this shit called your security threat group, right? STG. And what happens with STG is, you know, anytime you're on this file as a documented gang member or part of organization or whatever the fuck you is, they come snatch you off the yard at any given time. If they get word that there's some beef about to crack off or any of this shit right here, they come get you. They come snatch you up and they put you in the hole. They put you in there indefinitely, right? They got to do till they get done with their investigation on their time. And what can you do about it? You know, especially being a prisoner and being locked up, right? What are you going to do? You going to call your people on the outside and have them complain to the inside? Like most people that are locked up ain't got no helping hands out there regardless. And even those small voices really are silent when it comes to people being incarcerated. Because, you know, people being incarcerated, you know, you're the bottom of the barrel when it comes to humanity, right? The people in prison, nobody cares. You're a criminal. You've been convicted. So, you know, when you're a security threat group or you're boxed in on these organizations, and let's not think that the government doesn't have files on all of us, who we associate with, who we're around, and so forth like that. So, you know, with the police now having immunity, and as we see these like ICE raids and we see all this going on the flip side, Trump is also allowing, you know, for prisoners to be sold to other countries, because prison is one of the biggest businesses there is, just like healthcare, all that. So with more and more people going to prison, they've got more and more trade, right? You got more and more stock to be able to trade to these other countries right there in exchange for money and so forth, so forth. So, you know, a lot of people that's in the street, gang members and motherfuckers that's out there, they don't even see the blitz that Trump is going to run on them. And they ain't seen nothing yet, though. This is going to be the real life Gestapo when he's really got his hand into the whole cookie jar as he should. Like, you know, right now we're just seeing everything get put into play. He's just been in office a couple weeks now, but when we see him firmly suited, think about what 2-3 years, because he's not going to want to get out of office neither. So you got to think about this. He gonna, in 2-3 years, this shit's gonna be like, the police gonna be like the Gestapo. They gonna be like the real life Gestapo of our lifetime. It ain't nobody, who are you gonna go to? Who's supposed to back this up when even your government really don't care? Motherfuckers been running lawless for too long, and all that's been a play too. All that lawlessness that you see people getting away with, that's been a play. Even with the immigrants having Biden, you know, coming over here, and now they got that was the play right there. Get the immigrants over here, let the doors swing open. Then, you know, you create a problem and then you solve the problem. That's the greatest play in the book right there. But they have everyday people like you and I sitting on this thing thinking that Republican, Democrat, we mean this, we mean that. But the whole time behind the scenes, it's like Wither the Vase, they working together hand in hand. You know what I mean? Like, cut the games. Like, I see the play. And they gonna come and hit this. They're gonna come hit gang members. They're gonna clean these cities up, is what they're gonna be saying. They're gonna be cleaning up Gotham, right? They in the name of good, they're coming to sweep and clean and realize, you know, the motherfuckers that don't realize to get themselves out the game now, get themselves out the way, you know what I mean? Find a new lane. They gonna be the ones that get the shortest end of the stick. But, you know, I don't know. That's my opinion on what I see coming down the road, because, you know, I seen a video the other day of some rapper, I think it was Young Threat or something, right? And they out there and they arguing with the police. They got the cameras. That shit's about to go out the window, though. That shit's about to go out the window, and it's game over from there. It's game over, in my humblest of opinions. But, you know, that's what I think. Y'all let me know what y'all think down below. You know, be so kind to hit that like button before you get up out of here, and I'm going to catch y'all on the next video.
En la misma celda.
I don't fully grasp what we're about to walk into. Suddenly, you're hit with the intense gaze of dozens locking onto you. These men described as the worst of the worst, tattooed with reminders of El Salvador's dark past. It's tense and uncomfortable. But here, officials say comfort isn't meant to exist.
There's no mattresses, there's no sheets. You've got a toilet over here for them to go to the bathroom. You've got this basin here that they use to bathe themselves. And then you can see there's a barrel of water that they can drink from.
This is a rare look inside El Salvador's terrorism confinement center, known as Secot.